Brian. He'll probably be here, I'm imagining. I'm glad there was a remote start in my truck. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's a little cold.
A little.
Just a little.
It was cold as hell this morning. Whew. I was freezing my nuts off.
I was about to go back to bed.
You slept in pretty good, anyways.
Not really.
We're about 45 minutes late getting started. And I got to cook this morning. I'm the scheduled cook for the day.
Thought all that was solved. Or you just scheduled yourself.
What do you mean it was solved?
Thought you had enough cooks.
No, remember I just fired that kid last week that got trained. That girl got trained and then the one day and then she quit. No, hell no, no. No, that problem is not solved yet. Unfortunately, it is definitely not solved. That is, but I'll tell you what, Summer, holy shit, is she shining. She is something else. I mean, she is. Last night she was training Angel, and she was going through there cleaning, like pulled out. She took she took the pizza oven, slid it over, cleaned everything, then the fryer, just kept going all the way down the line.
That's good.
Getting all the way to the wall nice and clean, you know? Real nice, real nice. But yeah, man, it's cold out. It's supposed to be real cold today.
This week, huh?
Yeah, and you know what? I was going home last night, and I saw a bunch of, like, the electrical trucks, like the basket trucks or whatever you want to call them, like in the Lowe's parking lot over there. They think we're going to have that many power outages and stuff?
I don't know, but it was supposed to be real windy right now, right? Didn't it say 8 or something?
Yeah, well, I haven't seen it. I mean, it's windy, but I haven't seen, like, crazy wind yet. Not that I can see, anyway. Nothing absolutely insane. But they shut down Buffalo. Did you see Buffalo pushed the game back? It was that Buffalo's playing Pittsburgh. They were supposed to play today, and they pushed it to Monday.
Yeah,
supposedly the governor did it.
Oh, I don't know. But then they said they might play over here in Cleveland or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. There's Keith saying good morning.
Scotty is too.
Yeah, why do I only see one?
I don't know.
And my mom. I see Keith and my mom, and I don't see Scotty. Huh? That's weird. That's odd. But yeah, they must be expecting us to lose some outage, you know, with all them basket trucks up there. And then the game, they canceled it. Pittsburgh, my cousin, like, he's just pissed about it because he's in Pittsburgh. He's like, I think that it would have benefited us, you know what I mean?
Right.
To have done it, you know, played Buffalo right then in the snow, like just how it was. And the governor was like, nope, not happening. And they pushed it off till Monday. Said the roads are too dangerous to travel on and everything. Which, you know, hell, I wish we'd have played in the snow yesterday. Jesus criminy. At least we'd have an excuse. That was a good old-fashioned ass whipping, boy. Woo. I mean, a straight ass whipping. That was horrible. That did not feel good at all. And then I was aggravated about that. And I'm trying to, the whole day, you know, because I have the bar. I'm worried about when the TV's, you know, what channel it's going to be on. You know what I mean? And it's like, the whole thing, all they're doing, every commercial, they're saying, oh, you can only do it on Paramount Plus, which that means I'd have to have, you know, smart TVs at every location, and I'd have to pay for that. So, I mean, it's like I'm trying to figure out all these answers, like, if that's going to happen. And then you're seeing elsewhere where they're like, oh, no, it's not. It's going to be on Channel 3 and this and that. And it's like, yeah, but is it or isn't it? Because I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do I know if it's going to be on there or not? So I'm like aggravated on the phone with the Time Warner trying to figure out if it's going to be on there or not, or if I got to adjust, make changes, whatever it is I got to do. And it's just on Channel 3. I mean, isn't that just, why aggravate everybody? Like, that makes me to the point where I don't even want to ever use Paramount Plus. Fuck them. Like, that just, I mean, that pisses me off. You spend the whole day just like constantly worried about whether or not this is going to be broadcast, and it's broadcast anyways. I mean, wouldn't that be the end of the NFL if they only did broadcast? Like you could only stream it on each, like every game's going to be a different streaming platform. Come on.
Yeah, but they're not.
No, but I get it, but they're saying they are. I mean, it literally is running during the game. We're watching a game. They're telling us that the night game is going to be streaming on Paramount Plus. It's the only way you can get it.
Oh.
That's literally the commercial at every game break. It was ridiculous. Oh, it's driving me insane.
Are you getting any of these?
Yeah, I'm getting these here, and I'm getting these ones here. Yeah, I see Tom said hi.
Yeah, said he wanted some coffee.
Tell him come by and get some coffee.
That's what I'm saying.
Come and get some coffee, Tom. Just come in the kitchen door. That's all. But I don't know if he's not going to plow today. There's no reason to plow out there, right?
He might salt or something. I don't know if he's.
Yeah, I don't even know. He don't usually salt. We do the salting around here. But the big story around here is this Parmalee Road house. The baby was in there or whatever, and Elyria Police went in.
Yeah.
Holy shit! What a crazy story, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty.
I was delving into it today because they ran now. They've been on 19 News and stuff. The first one I saw was the video of, or I think it might have been like on Facebook or something.
Was a picture of the boy and all that.
Yeah, my wife showed it to me, and it and they're like showing this kid and saying that the police went in the wrong house and this and that, blah blah blah, and that, and then of course you start looking into it. You're like, okay, let me go check this out. So you start looking in. The first thing I run into after that is TMC News. And they're like, oh no, Elyria Police were in the right, blah, blah, blah. That's like their first, like the headline is that they were on the right. And it's like, what? So then I start looking into the story and it's like, oh my God, dude. First of all, how TMC can just say, oh, Elyria Police are in the right. That's just bullshit anyways. Because that's not reporting. I mean, they should just tell whatever facts they have or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And go with that.
Right. They ain't a stupid podcast. They'd say whatever they want.
Yeah, right. I mean, even if you aren't, though, but why ponder to one way or the other? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I guess now, from what I'm gathering, okay, is that because the kid was like on a ventilator.
Right.
And in the post we saw, it said that they threw a flash grenade through the window and hit the kid, basically. Like, landed on the kid, the glass landed on the kid, all this stuff, right?
No, I don't think it
was. Oh, yeah. That's the first one we saw. That's what it said. So then as I'm delving into it, that's exactly what happened. That's like, because what happened was, the woman that owns the house there, her name's like, I don't know if it's Rita or Retta, and I'm not sure how you say her name, because it's spelled like Reda or something. It's but I'm not sure how she's. So, anyways, Retta Jennings owns the house, and her niece is that Courtney girl, and she's at the house at the time with the baby, and Retta's at work or wherever, and she sees on the ring cam what's going down and starts freaking out. But they show the proof of it going in the house. They show the proof of that it's been at the doctor's. It definitely had glass on it, and in the 19 Action News or whatever, that Retta said that the flash grenade hit the baby, like I'm not saying she said it landed right on top of the baby, but it's right next to the baby. You know what I mean? That's jacked up. And then they're like, oh, it wouldn't even hurt him if it did. It's like, what? What are you talking about? It wouldn't hurt him. It's a baby who, by the way, Courtney is here from Kentucky. Because the baby is going to undergo heart surgery. So she's staying here with her until the baby can get strong enough to have this heart surgery. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they just immediately, which I give Mayor Brubaker and Elyria, I give him credit. He's going, okay, we have to look over all the video footage. He did better than TMC, and he should be protecting his cops. But instead, he's doing a better job than they were. I mean, that's absolutely insane. Could you imagine you're just like at home and they just like starting beating on the door. And the Courtney girl said that when they started knocking, she started heading towards the door. She just didn't have time to answer the door yet. By the time they came in, she hadn't made it down the steps when they came in the house. And then they said that they've been there multiple times now and have asked for this person, and the person is not there, doesn't live there. They've lived this Rita Jennings and her husband have lived in that house for a year. They're renting it, but they've been there for a year, and the police have not knocked multiple times looking for this person, and they've told them they don't live there multiple times, and then this happens.
Wow.
While her niece is there. I mean, that's just absolutely crazy. I mean, that's the craziest story.
Well, I did read the one where it said that doesn't, them grenades that they throw don't put out smoke, or
Don't put out smoke.
I know.
You can see it in
you
the
can
video.
Clearly see it in the video when they threw it through the window. A big old puff came out.
They said they didn't even ignite one in the house.
Oh yeah. Well, if they said that, I didn't see that, but
Yeah, that's what they said in the TMC article, the one that I'm talking about. That's what they said, that they didn't even ignite one in the house. And it's like you see it go through there.
You clearly see him throw it through the window, and it puffs out.
And she shows like the inside of her house in a 19 Action News story. It shows the inside of her house like it came over the TV, like the baby's thing is right there, like right on in front of the TV. That's where the baby's, like it was a bassinet there, and like it looked like a little bouncy chair or whatever. So it's literally like when it came through, no matter what, the glass is coming on the baby, whatever, you know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know, hella crazy, absolutely crazy. And I don't understand what causes that. Like, first of all, who are they after? That's what I wonder, first off, because it wasn't anybody that's in that house or lives in that house at the current moment. That's for sure. But, I mean, who was this guy that they had to come in like that? Like, I mean, is it that crazy?
It was probably, 15 officers?
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot. And you come in like beating doors down and like freaking, I mean, I want to know who the hell they were after. That's what my curiosity's got me going. Like, who the hell is this that they're coming after? I mean, they were coming after like hardcore. Yeah, Keith is saying that they denied using one. Yeah, I know. They said that. Yeah, they denied it.
Yeah, they denied it, but watch the video.
Oh yeah, there's no question. I mean, it's absolutely no question. And then the mom's like out there, that Courtney's out there going, because the baby's name's Wailing or whatever, like saying he's in there, he's a special needs, blah blah blah, and they're like, oh, don't worry about him, and supposedly like didn't even like. The baby was unattended while all this is going on, 45 minutes. And the windows are busted open right in front of the baby, supposedly glass on them. I don't know. It's bad. It looks really bad right now. It looks real
That's
real
one we're
bad.
going to have to keep paying attention to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It looks real bad. It definitely looks real bad. But at least, like I said, at least Brubaker says, oh, we're going to look into all the cams, we're going to look at everything, and what we can release, we'll release, and this, and I mean, at least sounds like he's going to do the right thing. I mean, or at least he's wording it right.
He's a politician, man. Come on.
He's doing his best to word it anyway.
Right.
So that's one I want to keep in touch. And there was another one that happened, like, I think, was it last night? I think so. Last night it happened, like out in Grafton or something at a park. Park ranger rolled up on a kid. I'm not saying that anybody's wrong in this instance, but supposedly the kid aimed a gun at the park ranger. So he hurried up and scurried out of there, and then he called the police, and then the SWAT team come in, the Lorain County Sheriff's Department SWAT team came in, and he aimed a gun at them, and they shot him, Morning, Angel. So I don't know what was the story with that. Supposedly he was just sitting in the car and parked car in the park, though. But they shot him. I didn't say who it was or anything. They didn't say an age on him, anything yet. So I don't know who that was. But I'm curious what's going to happen with that one. But that's a sheriff's department. That's a little different.
Yeah, and that ain't involving a baby and shit. Yeah.
Well, yeah, especially like she's got her baby up here, I'm assuming, to go to the Cleveland Clinic if it has to have an open heart surgery or whatever. I'm assuming it's the Cleveland Clinic. I mean, that's typically what it is, That's the best medical doctors or whatever. Is that still true?
I don't know.
That the
I remember it
Cleveland-
used to be. It
I mean-
probably still is.
I know they have that they have that hotel and stuff like for people to come in, and they'll come in from like overseas and like take a whole the whole hotel with like everybody.
I know they have the best burn unit.
is that where you were at?
Yeah.
Wait, is that the Cleveland Clinic though, or is that at Rainbows or
don't
Metro?
remember where it
Metro's usually the burn unit.
I don't know, but I was in the burn unit.
Yeah, I think that's Metro on West 25th. John Blackburn, morning, long time no see. Yeah, I don't know. I think the burn unit is over there, but they could have one at that. Now they've got so many new hospitals and stuff over there.
I don't remember. That was years ago.
Yeah, that's West 25th used to be the burn unit. That's cool having like the great, like I know my cousins like in PA and stuff, they come down here for surgeries and stuff, you know. I wish my dad would have, you know.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be opening up a case against that West Virginia. I think so. I think that's what's going on. I think he's already got the attorney working on it. So hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. What else do you see? Anything?
What do I see?
What else have you seen this week
Oh, nah. I've just been chilling.
besides that football game?
Yeah, that was great.
You missed out, man. Those were good. I took the prime rib that I cooked off with Keith and Scotty, and we had all that. I took it and shaved it up, and I soaked it in au jus, and then just put Hawaiian rolls out there. And we were just that's what we did for the free food I put out yesterday for the game. Holy shit, they were delicious.
Yeah.
I mean, they were so good, so good. And it makes me wanna put it on the menu. It's so damn good. Back to the French dip and all that like we used to have,
Yeah.
It was bomb. We were eating good yesterday. And then I got the hell out of here. I was aggravated. Losing the damn game. I had to pay Tex $100.
No, that right there would fucking make my day horrible.
That's enough to piss off the Pope. I was mad,
With
boy.
his little stupid little smirk.
No, you know what? He didn't actually. He didn't say it. He didn't say much about it actually. I mean, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see. I mean, I knew there was a chance we could lose, but I didn't see nothing like that coming.
Right.
That was absolutely crazy. So I think the Flacco mania is going to disappear, huh?
Nah.
Do you think there's still going to be Mr. Flacco?
If he does good at the next game.
There ain't a next game. That's
They're
it.
done?
That's it.
No.
That's the game. That's the playoffs. That's one. It's time to go fishing.
Oh, well, go fishing.
Yeah, it's over. That's it. That's done. Done deal. No, I don't. I think Flacco fever is going to be gone. I think that did
man.
it. I do. I mean, the problem is that every game that he's played in, he's been throwing interceptions. We've been winning because our defense has kept us in it, but he's still been throwing a lot of interceptions. And yesterday, 2 pick-six back to back. Oh no, that's not gonna. That doesn't sit well with anybody. Everybody's screaming Deshaun Watson already. I promise. But to see C.J. Stroud killing it, that was crazy. He's a bad dude. He was looking good yesterday. They were playing us is what they were doing. If you watch the game, they were playing us. What they were doing is they were holding us for a second and then letting us go. And our defense is so aggressive that all they could see was that sack in their future, and then they already were popping it out. I mean, they did that over and over, and we just kept falling for it. Nobody corrected it. It was ugly. Ugly. But the 2 pick-sixes pretty much put the end to it. Once that happened, that was game. That was a done deal at that point. That was
A lot of more people came after I left.
Yeah, it was pretty packed in here. Yeah, it was pretty packed. I mean, it started disappearing around third quarter though. They started trickling out real fast. Everybody's like, I got to go home and change my clothes.
You're lucky you didn't see jerseys in the parking lot.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. It was pretty rough, man. That was a rough one to watch. That was real rough. Poor Dylan, he was looking upset. He finally, after that second pick six, he just looked at me and goes, "Can I have my phone?"
Why'd you have his phone in the first place?
Well, he's got his phone, but he's not allowed on it.
Uh,
You know what I mean? You know, he's not. He gets limited time on his phone, especially like that. If we're gonna go watch a Browns game, I don't like because he. You know what? I get mad at him about he's more of a highlight watcher.
mm-hmm.
He only wants to watch the highlights. It's like, no, you got to watch the whole game, dude. You can't just watch the highlights.
Now you're thinking, man, he's got something.
That's all he does, though. He just sits there and watches the highlights. That's not, you know what I mean? That's not good. I don't think it's good anyways. I don't know. Doesn't seem good to me. But, yeah, Flacco will be on the couch again probably next season, I'm guessing. I'm guessing he's on the couch again. I don't know what happened. I lost my live stream I was watching over here. I don't know what I did.
I ain't seen nothing since Angel popped on.
Yeah. Well, no, I got over here. John Blackburn said he's listening from Michigan. But this one's coming up now. There it is. But, you see, I was curious after, I was curious after you were bringing up the Epstein Island thing. I was like, I wonder who owns that right now. And I looked it up. I looked it up who owns it now.
Oprah? No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's a billionaire though. It's another billionaire. He's
Oh, somebody did buy it?
somebody bought it. Yeah, it was Steven Deckoff is his name, and he bought because that's called Little James Island actually, not Pedophile Island.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's got an actual name besides Epstein Island. But he bought two islands. He bought King James Island, or he bought Big, whatever it is, Great James Island or something like that, and then Little James Island. I don't know. The two islands he bought, they're back to back. One's big, one's small. I think it's Great James. But next year, I think he's opening it up. It's gonna be a place where you can. It's a resort. It's gonna be a resort, and he's keeping the house. He's keeping a house that you want to tear down.
I'd tear it down. Pedophile Island.
Pedophile Island. Yeah, he's tearing it. He's keeping it, and that's going to be part of the resort.
And whoever goes there has got to be a sick fuck.
Why?
It's nasty.
I want to go. I'm curious.
Like I said. Shit.
You're not a little bit curious?
No.
Why?
Not at all. Tear that house down. I'd look at the house and be like, yeah, if you tear this down right here.
Well, I'm not curious about the house as much as the island, but yeah, I'm
the
curious.
island I think would be cool as hell.
Yeah, I'd like to check it out. There's two of them that are right there. It's
Little Pedophile Island.
yeah. Little I think it's called Little St. James, I think is the actual island that he owned, and I think the other one's Great St. James or something like that. But they're like, they're right there. It's right next to Puerto Rico. It's like right there. What is that? The Virgin Islands or whatever? I think so. But yeah, it's owned by a billionaire who's planning on turning it into a resort.
I wonder if he was on the plane.
I think he lives in the Virgin Islands, so he was probably bringing his boat over.
There's no record of him on flight plans.
He probably was just pulling up to the
Yeah.
dock.
He's like, shit. He had his own little parking spot.
Yeah, right.
He probably was asking back then, when you want to sell this island?
Yeah, he was probably who was shipping them out.
Yeah. It was coming in the one way, he's taking them out the back door.
Right, they're coming in on the plane and he's just shipping them out the other way.
Oh, man. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
I'd be cool to go check it out, though. I'd like to see the island, check it out. That'd be cool. I'd even want to see the house, everything. I mean, why not? That's cool. I don't see why you wouldn't want to see that.
Yeah, I have no interest in that. The island's cool, I think. But
It's got to give curiosity a little bit, right? I
Nah.
mean, not even a little
Nah.
bit. Like how cool.
hell no.
I don't understand what did Epstein do that made him so freaking have that much money? I mean, that's a lot of shit, dude. I mean, you're talking. I mean, you're literally talking. He had like that, which I don't know how much he paid for the island. I have no idea. This guy just paid
Did you
$60
see
million.
did you see how much they said that they found in cash in that island? There was money found there when they got him.
Really?
Yeah. I can't remember how much it was. It was a lot though.
Like millions?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
In cash?
Yeah.
Wow.
That guy was tied up in so much shit that.
Yeah, I don't get what he was doing to make the money though. I don't understand that kind of money. I don't get it. Was it really just trafficking kids, you think?
No, I think it was blackmail.
Are you rocking Brooks Concrete right now?
I told you I support all local work. See the hat? Let me see. You see good?
Brooks Concrete. Yeah. That was we've talked about him on here a couple times already.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he's good, dude. I like him a lot. And I like his son too, even though we had that incident with him. But I still like the kid.
I seen him on the jobs a couple times. He's real nice, actually.
Did you say anything to him about it?
No.
You didn't?
Hell no.
Why not?
For what? I was doing my job. He was doing his job. That's it. I didn't say, hey, remember that day you acted a little fool?
Just for fun? Nothing?
Nah, I will. But I will, but I haven't. I only seen him on the job probably 3 times.
Yeah, that was crazy. So I just got this job. I'm doing this bakery and this barber shop in North Ridgeville.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in there I'm in the bakery, and we're measuring it up and stuff, because I gotta get material there and stuff, and I'm measuring it up. And the bakery's open, and they're taking the space next door, so they're expanding. They're doing well or whatever. So I go in there, and I'm like, because I'm in there, and it's the 11th, which is Thursday. It's the 11th, and Amanda's birthday is the 12th, right? So I'm like, wow, it's a bakery. I'm like, I got to get her a cake anyways. I'll go ahead and get one here. I'm good, support them. I'm doing work there. You know what I mean? And I asked her, she said, well, what kind of cakes does she want? And we go over it. I said, almond or strawberry casada. She said, oh, we got a strawberry casada. It's really good. I go, oh, that's perfect. She loves strawberry casada. It'd be good. So I ordered a cake, and she's only got an 8 inches, the biggest she's got, but it's tall, like kind of like a wedding cake. It's a taller one. And I'm like, yeah, 8 inches. She goes, that feeds 24 people. I'm like, not in my family. So I ordered a cake. I don't think nothing of it. She used cash or card. I go, card or whatever. She gives me the total, $107 for an 8-inch cake.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I going to do? This is the customer now. You know what I mean? I'm already shouldn't even have opened my mouth. I should have just went to Giant Eagle like I planned. So I'm like, I pay the 107. I'm literally sitting out in the truck after I pay it, and I'm like thinking, man, I should just go in there and tell them I don't want it.
As soon as it came out of her mouth, I told her I didn't want it.
I mean, dude, I'm so mad about it. So then I get back here, and I'm bitching about it to everybody at the bar. Everybody I see, I'm like, I just paid $107 for this cake. And I'm bitching about it, And so I pull up the receipt. I go, because they text you the receipt. So I go ahead, I pull up the receipt, and I go to show them, and I see it says family discount 20%.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, I was so mad. I was so aggravated. I was so aggravated. I'm like, I mean, good for them. No wonder they can expand like they do.
They can afford you. Matter of fact, you're paying yourself.
Oh, man. I think I'm charging them less for the ceiling. I think they're going to make more on the cake than I make on the ceiling, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, you never watch our videos? You never watch our stuff?
Yeah, I watch it. Why?
You see the one where I make cakes? I made you a cake.
You made me a cake?
I said I'd have made you a cake.
Oh.
I said you ain't seen our videos?
Oh, you would have made me a strawberry casada
Yeah,
cake?
I'd have made you one.
You know how to make a strawberry casada
No,
cake?
but I would have. $107.
So Amanda's mom ends up bringing her a strawberry casada cake too. So now we're there. We got 2 cakes, strawberry casada cakes, back to back. And hers is a sheet cake, like what I was planning on getting, like a
Right.
flat, regular sheet cake, And I'm like, okay, this is cool, you know what I mean? I could try and see what I don't know where she got her giant eagle or something.
How much?
For like $40. I'm like, I could compare the two, and see which
Right.
one's better. I'm not gonna lie, it was quite a bit better. I mean, it was the one that they got at Giant Eagle was like strawberry pie filling. Like ours was like cut up fresh strawberry. Like it was different. It was definitely different. There's no question it was different. And it was a lot of cake actually. It was standing up. It was so tall, like it was almost no way to cut it because like just while we're getting ready to cut it, everybody's going, oh, let's just cut it in half, and trying to figure it out because it's just this big, huge, tall cake. I mean, it was, and it wasn't tiered either. Where you could cut the top tier or whatever, like where you have a wedding cake is tiered. This was just a 2 straight, So you're cutting a slice of cake like that long, I mean, a foot long. I mean, it was just, it was something else. But yeah, I overpaid for cake for sure. But I'm not gonna lie, it was really good. It was absolutely delicious. I'm not gonna say it wasn't.
So then, with that in mind, and you felt like you wanted a cake, would you go back and get one
No,
down the road? Like just a special occasion, you wouldn't pay that?
no, I'm too cheap, man. I'm just too damn cheap. I
I
can't.
don't think that's cheap. I don't think that
$100
falls
for
in
a
cheap.
cake. I mean, it just. But now, that being said, maybe I would buy the smaller version. Because they were trying to talk me into it, like telling me not to get that one. Like maybe I would buy the smaller one. Maybe it'd be worth it because maybe you get the smaller one for like $40. The little one that they have, it's like a 6-inch or something, and you get that for $40, and it's probably all you need anyways. Because you end up throwing out half the cake anyhow because you don't,
Shit,
you're not
there ain't
gonna
no
eat
way
it
in
all.
hell I'd throw out a.
Oh no, I've been eating it, dude. I ain't ate nothing but that. I keep getting up in the morning and I keep cutting it and eating it. Just I'm like, I'm gonna eat this cake. I'm
Yeah.
not giving it away. It's not going in the garbage.
But it was good, huh?
It was delicious. It was. I mean, strawberry casada is one that's pretty hard to go. I mean, even Amanda's mom's was delicious. Honestly, if you asked me, would I do that again on a special? I probably would do the one Amanda's mom did because it was. If you didn't have them next to each other, you wouldn't know how much better it was. Honestly, it was pretty good. That one that her mom got. It was. I mean, a strawberry casada is pretty good in its own right.
So that was like a Chrysler 300 and a Bentley.
Yeah, right.
Right. If they
look
next
the
to each
same.
other,
Right? They look the same, right?
until you park them next to each other.
It wasn't. I mean, the one her mom got was really good too. It really was. It was a good cake. I mean, it wasn't a bad cake at all.
Yeah.
But you could definitely see you could tell one's like a high end cake for sure. But I mean, it's not a wedding or nothing. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Like, screw that shit. That was nuts. I mean, I couldn't believe I was paying that much for it. And then I'm like outside pondering, like walking back, and I'm literally like in the truck just sitting there going, man, I can't do this. Can I pay this much for this cake? And then but I mean, I'm supposed to start this job, I'm like, I mean, I'm ordering the material already. I mean,
you
it's like,
spend that in scratch offs, no big deal.
no, and that's true. And that's how I justified it in the end. I'm sitting out there and I decide to call Alexa because Alexa tried to call me when I was in the,
As soon as you said that, I thought your TV was going to kick out of your
it
room.
probably will. So I call it or I call her, I mean, and to see what she wanted because she tried to call me while I was in the middle of measuring that up, meeting with the customer, the contractor, and so I call her back and she's like, because I got a text message that said, "Come put this shelf up for me" or something, so I could say I did it or something. I'm like, huh, what? So I call her back, and she's trying to put this shelf up at her house, and she's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm using the screws and it's blowing through the drywall, and then I move it over a little bit and it just won't go through. Like, she can't get it to go through. She goes, it's got to be steel. She goes, I even use self tappers and it's not going through. I'm like, how? I'm thinking in my head, how is that even possible? I'm like, and I'm going, are you sure you're not hitting like metal lath or block or there's no
Chimney?
block or anything, something there? And she's like, no, there's nothing there. And I'm like, what the hell? And then she goes, she goes, oh shit, it's in reverse. Don't tell nobody, and hung up.
Your secret's safe with your dad. Don't you worry about it. He wouldn't put it on the podcast or anything.
Oh my God, dude, that was the funniest shit ever. She goes, oh shit, is it in reverse? I don't know what it is with her. Well, she's always been that way since she was young. Like she go fix things. Like, you know, like I've talked about it before. Like Anthony's house, like had that tiled countertop and stuff in the bathroom. And she went and glued it on there when no one was looking. We come in and it's just some tile came off and they're just put back on. She just glued them back on herself. Figured it out. But she hates admitting that she can't do something to Zach. She hates it. Like she don't even want to. Like she's just like, I'm doing this. Oh well, and she's gonna do it. Oh well, that's how she is. And I think she gets it from my mom. My mom kind of, when she was building her house, kind of did something similar. Like she called me up and like she's having me walk her through how to wire. I think it was a 3-way light. I think is what it was. She got it working though. She wired it in good. I mean, I walked her through it on the phone. But like the same thing, like don't want to admit she can't figure it out, you know, same sort of thing. But it was pretty funny though. There was another incident earlier this year with some metal studs in a closet. She's trying to use metal studs. It's like there's no reason to use metal studs. I mean, in a house like that, you're putting a closet in, you're going to put a door in, it's all going to get trim. I wouldn't use metal studs in that instance, you know what I mean? But she wants to use them because I do metal studs, you know. Which is awesome, but you know what I mean? Poor Zach, he's just like, no, he's just like, he knows and she doesn't want him to know and she doesn't like him knowing. She wants her to be right, end of story.
We'll adjust it so I'm right.
Right, exactly, right.
Well, that's every woman.
Well, some are like that, some aren't. Yeah, I mean, most men don't want to hear usually it's, yeah, honestly, usually women know more than the men do, and the men are the ones that don't want to give up the you know, the fact that the woman's right, usually.
No, I don't agree with you.
Oh, I do, 100%.
No.
100%, I think so. Kind of like that whole thing with, like on the Christmas Story where he's fucking around with the furnace and she just walks over and turns up the damper or whatever. Like, that's how I see things, like, you know, I don't know. Or, like, I remember, like, my dad going off about stuff, and then Marilyn would just be like, is it this? And he's like, no, hell no, it's not that. And then you see him go over there and do exactly what she just said. So that's why I guess I see it that way. That's the reason I would see it that way. But, yeah, that was my $107, actually $134, but I got a
20%.
I got a 20% friends and family discount.
Mm-hmm.
That's good stuff.
Well, you'd be mad as hell. You'd have to pay the whole thing.
I was mad at 107. I didn't expect it. I mean, if I knew going in, I probably wouldn't have, like, because it is a customer, I probably would have paid it. If I knew that if there was a price lift up there and I would be like, yeah, I'll do it, you know, whatever, I wouldn't mind it. But in my head, that cake was gonna be about $40, maybe $50. You know what I mean?
60 is a little over.
Yeah, 60. I would have been a little irritated, but 107. She said 107. I was like, God damn.
You should have said, what else comes with
it? So then I go, does it got gold flakes or whatever? And I'm like, I didn't say it to them, but I'm joking around about it. And then, like, when I got it home or whatever, and Amanda's looking at it, and she's like, yeah, there's no gold flakes, no diamond flakes, no nothing, you know. So then her mom shows up with her cake, and it did have, like, some sparkle to it. The $40 cake had the sparkle. It was blinging out. Some bullshit, man. I got ripped off. But whatever. I wouldn't have, like I said, I wouldn't have minded if I'd have seen the price. I would have probably still done it because it's a customer. And I would have probably been like, here, I'm going to support them and do, but the cake was delicious. I mean, it was absolutely delicious. Mariah's telling me I got to bring her a piece of cake over. She's like, you got to bring me a piece. I want to see what $107 casada cake tastes like.
You said $20.
Amanda goes, let's just eat my mom's and we'll cut yours up and sell it at the bar for 20 a slice. Oh man, I should have just got cupcakes.
That'd have been $30 a cupcake.
Yeah, it would have been worth the actual work now. I'll just do the work next time,
Yeah.
Why not?
You have to save up for her birthday for her cake.
Yeah.
All year, just put $5 up. $5.
Yeah, put it on layaway.
Yeah.
Do they still do layaway?
I don't know.
You remember? Mom used to do that stuff?
Yeah.
You had to go make your layaway payment?
Yeah.
What happened if you didn't make it?
I don't know. They probably just put it back on the shelf.
Do you get your money back then?
I don't know how that worked. I don't remember. I didn't do that shit. That was before my time.
I'm curious. Does anybody know? Does anybody out there know how layaway
Your
worked?
mom would know.
Yeah, my mom, if she's listening. I don't remember my mom doing a lot of layaway, but I think she did do it.
Yeah.
I don't remember doing a
I
whole
just
bunch
go
of
in.
it.
I need something like jeans. I just walk in, grab some jeans, go straight to the counter, and get the hell out. I don't.
Well, yeah, nowadays, but I'm just talking back then, like you would do it for Christmas.
Yeah,
That's how that was the thing. They would go do it for. I
don't think they have the space for it now like they used to. Remember they used to have like a whole nother counter and then shelves in the back, and they'd put your layaway back there. And stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think they do that no more.
Yeah, Sherman Swagger used to work back there at Walmart, the one
Oh,
in
yeah.
Elyria, at the layaway counter. I remember right when we graduated, right when we were young bucks after he left Campbell's buffet. But yeah, I don't know if they do that anymore now. It's kind of a cool thing though, even if you don't need it, like to pay for it, like it's a way to keep everything bought and put away until the kids can't go through it. I mean, Dylan, like by next year, he's probably going to be he'll probably be going through the house trying to find it if we're not around. I would. You didn't do that?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
You didn't look for your Christmas presents?
I don't know.
What's the matter with you? You did too. That ain't true.
You get caught in your parents' room, boy. They'll light your ass up.
Oh, they kept them in their room?
Probably. I don't know. Where else would they put them?
I don't know.
You used to go in your parents'
Attics,
you used
closets.
to go in your parents' room when they went there?
Yeah, my mom didn't care. She
Oh,
wasn't.
man.
I didn't have that kind of room.
I never did.
I never had that. Nothing like that. My mom didn't give a shit. That doesn't matter. Jessica Buckosh said Gabe's in Elyria does a layaway.
See, now I ain't getting none of her comments.
It's on this one over here. I don't know why. I don't know why I see it there. It's a whole thing is goofy.
What happened to Tom? Thought he was coming to get coffee.
He might be. He might show up. You don't know. He's probably not anywhere near here at the time. He's probably at home. He lives over by me. Possibly. I don't know.
No, he put by there, needed coffee.
Oh, he said he was by here?
Yeah.
Oh, he should have came in then and got coffee. Yeah, I don't know. Alexa just said, you didn't talk about me, did you?
No. She just got on, I guess. No, nothing was said about you.
Nope, nothing was said about you at all. Now that's funny.
You know she's rewinding it. Right?
Oh, yeah? Yeah, she's probably rewinding as we speak. That's hilarious.
So what else you got on there?
I don't know. You know what I was thinking about doing? I was thinking about, because I talked about that prime rib. I think I'm gonna go get them to print up a little tiny menu to either we'll put them on top of the stands, like you know how I got that clip on top of the caddies.
Yeah.
I'll put either it on top of there or staple it to the menus that are there. I think we're gonna bring back that prime rib sandwich full time. Along with that, we'll take that same prime rib, and if we don't put it on a sandwich, we'll do it in the au jus and make the French dip out of it. You know what I mean? And bring those two sandwiches back that way. I think that's going to be cool. I think that's going to be I mean, I personally miss it a lot. You know, I mean, it seems like everybody else has been missing it quite a bit too. So hopefully that'll.
What are you gonna put like sliders on there or something?
What's that?
Like sliders or something?
No, I mean there's full
Oh,
sandwiches and
okay.
stuff. But Amanda brought that up that we should do sliders, that we should bring in a slider because yesterday because we had the Hawaiian rolls with the, and it was so good. I'm talking about an actual French dip like we used to make. We used to take it, we'd put the roast beef on there. But what that was, we used to make our roast beef. We'd cook the roast beef off, and then we'd do the open face roast beef, and we'd do the what was the other one we did? Oh, the French dip, the open face roast beef, and I think there was one other thing we did with it.
Yeah, it was Phillies, wasn't it?
No, we never did the Phillies out of that
Oh,
actual roast beef. But I wonder if we could do the Phillies out of that same meat. I don't see why not. That'd be kind of cool if you could do 3 of them out of there. That would be, and it'd be fresher and better probably than what the Philly meat we're using now. You just have to get some kind of seasoning in there to give it that Philly, you know what I mean? It's not a bad idea. But I think that's what I'm going to do. Add those like for the winter, anyways. We'll add those in and see how they go. We got good enough cooks right now that we can get away with doing the prime rib sandwich again. I got rid of it because they were overcooking it and things like that. So and they were doing really good with it right now. So I'm pretty happy with how it is right now.
you know, I was not gonna come here today
Why?
because it was cold.
That's why I said That's how I opened up. I said I thank God for remote start. There's Jeff Simmons. He was a guy that used to love to come in on Saturdays for prime rib.
Jeff.
Jeff, yeah, he was real good friends with. I think his dad was the one that was friends with them. Was with Jim, the one that Amanda liked a lot that passed away.
Oh, yeah.
The what's his last name? I can't
I
remember
can't
right
either,
now.
but he was a real nice guy. I liked him.
The one his grandson died too.
I know.
But that was sad. His son. So what happened with him was, for people that are listening, Perry. Jeff just said it. Perry, Jim Perry. What happened with him was, he died, and then his son. He had 2 sons, and one of them had already passed. I think he had he had something wrong, like a medical condition of some sort. And so then the one that died, his sons, left everything to. So they had the house, they had the cars, everything. It was all, and then probably the money too, I would imagine. And the one ALS, that's what Amanda just said. ALS is what he had. So they get all that stuff or whatever, and they're staying at the house. And he was working. Good kid. I really liked the kid. He had bought the one little bike, had a little S10. He was working in a cabinet shop, and he ended up like in an accident in an S10, like, and died like probably not even a year after he moved into the house.
Wow.
It was horrible. And I mean, it's such a good kid, dude. I mean, I really liked the kid. I really, really liked the guy. I liked Jim Perry
Oh,
too.
Jim was cool.
You know, Amanda used to take and go, like, because he was, he didn't get around the best. And Amanda would go and take him food. He would call up here and order food. He was the only person that got deliveries from it. Amanda would deliver him food to the house. And his house was immaculate. He had
Oh,
some
you
money.
could tell because his cars were.
Yeah, he had some money, so he paid landscapers and stuff. I mean, his house, his cars, like you say, immaculate. I mean, he had some cash, and I don't know how he got the cash. I mean, I know he worked I think he was at the electric company or something, but he must have invested it right,
Yeah.
Jeff says he was a great tipper. I really don't know because he never tipped me. My wife would probably know better, Jeff. You'd have to. She's right above you talking. But yeah, I don't think he ever tipped me that I can think of. I know he used to love to tell jokes. He'd always call him over and tell him a joke. He always had one in his pocket. You know what I mean?
It was loaded. Yeah, he would. Every time he seen me, he'd call me over.
Yeah, he was a good dude. That Ski, Ski passed too, but Ski, he hated him or something for some reason.
Which one? Ski hated him or he?
Yeah, Ski hated Jim Perry.
Because Ski wanted that attention that Jim would get.
Is that what it is?
You see how he was? He was real thing about his little glass, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he had his. Yeah, It was weird though. I mean,
Yeah,
because
he was just jealous. That's all. It
because
was.
we would let Jim Perry park right at the back door
Oh
so
yeah,
he could
yeah. He
just
used to
get out and walk
pissed,
in,
yeah.
and then he quit coming here for a little while. Like,
I can't get in because
yeah,
somebody's
there's
parked.
there's
I
no way
remember
to
that.
get around. I gotta walk around the damn car and this and that. I'm like, what the hell?
But it was so funny. The girl, who was it? One of the girls answered the phone when he was bitching about that, and they was like, "Okay."
I think it was Courtney. That was
Was it
early
Courtney? No, I
on.
don't think it was Courtney.
It was early on. It was probably like Courtney, Amanda, someone like that.
I think it was Amanda.
It might have been Amanda.
She was like, "Okay," like got off the phone real quick. Like he, he thought she was gonna be like, "Okay, I'll have him move it or something." She was like, "All right, then. Sorry, feel like that."
He taught me a valuable lesson here, though.
Who did?
Jim Perry.
How was that?
When we did the prime rib, everybody talked me into it, to doing it. Everybody's like, "Oh, you got to do the prime rib." Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, he did love your potato salad, ma. So everybody's talking me into it. So I had to like lean on Dave Benner because I didn't know how they made the prime rib or whatever, and he worked at the gin mill. He knew exactly how to make the prime rib. So he cooks the prime rib off, and we're selling a bunch of them, 2-3 roasts a week. So then all of a sudden it died down the 1 week, and then it didn't sell, and I'm like, huh. So now what do I do? Now I got a whole prime rib and a half a prime rib that I didn't sell. What am I going to do with this now? That was before we had the prime rib sandwiches and all that. And he says, "Oh, well, they always just froze it, and then that's just what they start with the next time they do it. They start with the frozen one, just thaw it out or whatever the next week." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" And it'll hold? He goes, "Oh, yeah, it's fine." So I don't know any better. I'm trusting Dave knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean? And I put it out the first time I put it out. When it's frozen, I tasted it. It seemed like it tasted okay to me. It wasn't. I mean, I'm not going to say it was as delicious as it was when it was fresh, but I was like, definitely tasted okay. Jim Perry ordered it, and he immediately goes, "Dude, what's wrong with this? Did you freeze it or something? What did you do?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we did freeze last week. So why?" And he goes, it tastes like old meat, dude. He goes, and he knew it instantly. He didn't. As soon as it hit his plate, he's like, he took one bite and was like, "Yeah, it's old meat." And I didn't know that you would tell like that. So I'm like, "Yeah, well, I'll never make that mistake again." You know what I mean? So that was a valuable lesson he taught me for sure. Never ever do that again. Because I mean, if you could taste it, I could taste the difference. I could, but I would have never like thought it was as big of a deal as that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I'm just like,
you got a valuable customer telling you that. You're like,
yeah. He was a good dude. I really liked that guy.
oh yeah.
There was a lot of good ones came through. I like Ski too. I liked Ski a
No,
lot.
I didn't.
Oh yeah. You had a thing with him, other outside of here. Though.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I liked. I mean, but then when he did that with Jim Perry, it was kind of like, what the fuck, Like it was so weird. And then he was like, wore shorts every day and just.
He would talk about going to get his hair washed and stuff. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I ran into somebody that came in here that worked at. He would go to a salon to get it done, and a girl that came in here to one day, and she said that she used to always wait on. I think that's the only reason she came in, because she at Ski was one of her customers. She used to wash his hair, and she was telling us that he had been. I forget how long she said it was years. I mean, it was an older lady. She'd been washing his hair for a long time. I mean, and what's really bizarre about this, his hair didn't look that good. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it just didn't look
Who
good.
was it went to school with him? Oh, was it
Dale? My Uncle Dale and my dad went to school with him.
And
he grew up right across the
Right.
street from my grandma Joanne. Like he lived like where Dale grew up. Like he was right across
and
the street.
Hal went to school with him or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
Hal was with them.
Yeah.
Dale, Hal, my dad. They all are the same.
He played football. You believe that?
Who?
Skeet.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, you people just, and Jeff said, and my dad. Your dad went to school with Ski? I don't know. See, it's delayed when they answer.
Yeah.
That's what drives me nuts. Yeah, his dad went to school with Ski, probably. Probably, I would imagine, because me and Jeff are the same age.
Because I remember
Because me and
Hal was
Jeff went
saying
to
it
school
one
together.
time about them. He played football or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure. My mom probably would have went to school with him too, just been younger. They would have been older than her. Yeah, definitely. So you gonna do any more DJing, or what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You gonna do some more DJing?
Yeah, sure.
You gonna put some effort into it?
I did. It was actually good. There just wasn't a lot of people here. It wasn't like it was announced or anything.
Well, I was thinking like when I say effort, I was thinking like getting like an actual like DJ software or something where you're doing like these other people do.
No,
Hey,
no, I'm not putting that.
not
kind of
doing that
effort.
effort, no.
No. It sounded good and it was good, and we'll just leave it at that.
I think that we should. And I'll tell you why I think we should. Because we're starting to learn about audio and things like that right now, and maybe it's a good idea to just go full
See,
circle
listen,
into
that
it.
system sounds good, but it's old as shit.
I'm not talking about that system. I'm saying let's do the whole thing.
Oh, we'll see.
It's
We'll look it up. We'll look up some stuff. We'll see.
That's what I'm saying. I think like why not put the effort into it now? I mean, if we're getting into the audio here, I mean, all we can do is benefit from learning of these things.
Okay.
Maybe we'll learn more about how to get phone calls through here, and you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'll definitely put more effort into it, but not like I ain't making a full-time job, like running around and you're like, I ain't wearing a little skirt and dancing and singing and karaoke. I'm not doing it.
So do we go by Hot Gito?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I think that's a new one, Hot Gito.
Yeah.
That's the Hot Gito.
Hot Gito's playing tonight. Go check him out.
You know what was even crazier about her? She did like an outfit change like 4 or 5 times
Oh,
during
my
the
God.
night. Like who does that? You go to DJ and you got to change outfit 5 times? That's crazy.
It was her mood. She just felt like a different mood. She'd run in the bathroom, change real quick, come back out, a different person.
This is bizarre, right? I mean, who does that?
Hey, women got multi-personalities.
My mom said your thong will do.
Yeah, there you go. You wish.
Well, that's on the opening of the podcast. Every one says,
Yeah.
"I wear a thong." I got one on right now. Want to see?
Was he?
No, that's yeah. I just would think that it would put the effort in. I think would be cool. Like a little effort. I mean, would make it.
Yeah, it was good. Everybody liked it. It was. I was kind of going with the flow of things.
I mean, the music selection and stuff like that can come with, but it would be nice to have it where people could request songs and you could just jump them in there and you know what I mean, put them in queue and all that stuff.
If they requested a song, it'd probably be 3 to 4 songs later. They'd hear their song that they requested.
You'd get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. 3 to 4 is reasonable.
Yeah, and then that guy was aggravating the shit out of me. He's like, I want to hear Jelly Roll. So he said it so much, I played 3 Jelly Roll songs back to back.
Jelly Roll is pretty awesome.
So then I walk away from there, and then he tells me he wants to hear this specific song from Jelly Roll. I was like, get the hell out of here. Like, you just went too far.
No, Jelly Roll's good. You could just play all Jelly Roll all night.
All right, we'll have Jelly Roll night, I guess. It'll be Jelly Roll night then, I guess.
Jelly Roll is bad.
Man, did you see him on that, what was that? How would you call it? The Senate? Was that the Senate?
It was the Finance Means Committee, I guess, is what is in front of.
So man,
I don't know why, but
he sounded so professional. It was crazy. Did you see it?
Yeah, with his tattoos on.
Yeah,
and
his
stuff.
tattoos on. He got his little suit on and shit.
I don't get what
but
are they going for? What are they going for with that? Are they going for?
I think he wants to strengthen the laws against fentanyl and stuff.
But I think there's a bill or something out there that he's advocating for a bill that's already in play, I think. But I don't know what bill that is, but I believe that's what he's doing, is advocating for some sort of bill because of fentanyl.
And something else it was. I don't know, but it was 2 things. But anyways, his deliverance on it, I guess you would say, was really professional.
Yeah, he's good at he's heartfelt, dude. That's his real belief is
right.
I mean, he's genuinely been there, done that, and he's found religion, and he's, you know what I mean? He's genuinely wants, that to go away from people.
Right,
you know what I mean? He wants to fix things.
And he was really taking accountability for his actions. He was like, he used to sell drugs and stuff, and he was really just,
Yeah, did he ever get caught for selling drugs though?
I don't know, but he goes, I
What if
think
they arrested him?
right there, but he goes, like he was like, I was a part of the problem, you know what I'm saying? So it was pretty.
Yeah, well, have you seen? Did you see the raps that rap video that's out there on YouTube from like when he was like in 2011? Because he's
Yeah,
been
yeah, yeah,
around
yeah,
for a
yeah,
long
yeah. He didn't
time.
have all the tats on his face and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's like a young kid, and he's talking about dope and
Right.
drugs and cash and all that stuff.
Yeah, he was rapping it out. Yeah.
Yeah, Antonio Baez has said that he was the problem and he's sitting there to be part of the solution. But do you know, Antonio, is there a bill that he's sponsoring or advocating for right now that's actually on the table, or is he trying to get a bill put on the table or something? Because I mean, usually when you have something like that going on, I mean, there's something behind it. Usually, there's some kind of you don't just go there and start talking about it for no reason.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's usually a bill involved, or because I know the Steiners in that Lexa went to school with, the Steiner kids. The one kid died from powder caffeine.
Wow.
Yeah, he was an athlete and he was just trying to get a little extra edge, and he had powder, basically caffeine, and he took too much and overdosed on it.
Wow.
And this was when, I would say that was when Lexa was, I think, right when she graduated, or maybe her senior year, right after she graduated her senior year. But it was the kid that did it was the younger kid that was, I think, actually in Haley's grade. But they were great parents. Like, I remember them being very active when Lexa would go to, like, because they played football, and Lexa was on the cheer squad in the same grade, and they were very active parents and stuff. But I remember watching them in front of that
See, yeah, that's
committee like that, talking about the caffeine and getting it outlawed, and because he ordered it like online, I think, just powdered caffeine,
yeah, that's some of that shit's just crazy.
not even realizing it was
Right.
you know what I mean? Like it's one of those things. Yep, there's Ant just said he got it offline or something. Yeah, that's right. That's a fact. Yeah, that's just a kid, and he's just trying to get a little edge playing football,
Yeah.
you know, or whatever it was he
Yeah,
was
probably
playing at the time.
classes and just so much built on. He just needed a little bit more.
Yeah. And then now, unfortunately, I think his brother passed away too. I think he
wow.
OD'd. I think he OD'd on just because I think it took its toll on him and he just started using, you know. That's part of the problem with those farm towns. People think like, oh, what a great place to raise your kids in these like country ass little areas like LaGrange and stuff like that. But the problem is with some of those kids, if you don't keep them completely occupied 100%, those kids, they're going to get into shit because there's nothing else to do. It's just boring. You know what I mean?
Well, inner city kids too. There's.
Well, inner city kids don't do what they used to, but when we were kids, we were always out doing stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Running around like Dylan does with his friends now. You know, but nowadays they sit in there on their video games and stuff. And
Oh yeah, man. 3, 4 o'clock, you see kids all over the place. Now you don't see two.
I don't know. You ever drive through downtown Elyria right when school's letting out? Ugh, that's horrible. These kids are rude. I feel like an old grumpy man walking through.
Get off
there.
my grass!
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when they come through. When they're getting out of school, and you're walking, like they just walk out in front of you, like just on their phones, like not paying attention, just walk right across the street in front of you. Like it's crazy. Like it pisses you off.
No,
is
I'm
what it
saying
is.
that the way you're acting is like the old man that you cross the little corner of their grass and they'll scream at you.
Yeah, but I'm not there. They're not. I'm on a dead end street. They're not going down my road.
I know. I'm saying the personality of.
Yeah,
old man
right.
that-
That's what it is. Yeah, for sure. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like it's aggravating.
Oh, but the old people that would be like that, that's the ones we'd aggravate.
The older people like that.
The ones that would get pissed, you just cut the little corner of their grass and they'd be screaming at you.
Yeah, and then you do it on
Yeah,
purpose.
then you run through more of the grass like an asshole.
Yeah, we would do that on the east side. We used to do that all the time. This one guy started chasing us. Holy shit, we thought he was gonna kill us. This guy. He chased us. I mean, for hours. So we were running through alleys and shit. It was nuts, and we were just fucking with him. You know what I mean? Just because he always was grumpy. You know what I mean? But that's when, like, you know, you were doing whatever. Like Jeff just said, when you were just out of the house until the lights came on. We were just doing whatever, aggravating
That's
people.
how you knew when to come home. When the lights start coming out, you're like, ah, shit, I gotta go.
Yeah, my little brother wasn't. He never got that kind of freedom.
No.
That's like where the change happened. Because my little brother, he had to be in my dad's eyesight. Like if he was playing basketball next door, he better not be behind the garage next door. He better be out on the basketball court where you could see him.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was very different than us, where we just did whatever. I mean, they didn't give a shit. Like there was no, like you just get out of your hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now these parents are like always worried that they're like, oh, well, he's bored. So what?
Man, remember that commercial where they show the girl with the first kid, how she's so thick, and then the second kid was like, yeah. Remember that one?
The hugs, is it Huggies commercial?
I can't remember where she's
it's
real.
diapers, right?
Yeah,
It's a
somebody will
diaper
comment on
commercial.
it.
Yeah, I think it's a diaper
With the
commercial where they
second
use
kid,
like
they was like,
they're using the expensive diapers and
Right,
stuff
right.
for the first one, and the second one they have to use like the Huggies because they're cheap or whatever. You know. I think that's the one you're talking about. But that's not what it was, though. It had nothing to do with it. I think it was just a change because, I mean, I think around here with us, like I think like Amy Mahalovic, I think was the big.
yeah.
Like once that happened, it just seems like it changed, and that was like we were at that age where, you know what I mean. I remember thinking like how scary it was. Like we were at that age. She was our age, I think, real close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it kind of things just changed after that, I think. You'd never heard of kids just disappearing before that. Maybe there was one on a milk carton by then. Maybe.
I don't know. They still do that milk carton thing?
Probably. That started in Chicago. That was like a kid in Chicago, I guess, was the first one to do that. And they say he's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a whole documentary out there. Like he, I guess, knocked on her door, the mom's door, and basically told her what happened and everything and left.
What?
Swear to God. Yeah. You never seen that?
Hell no.
I'll have to look into it. I can't remember the exact the details because I mean I'm just coming off the cuff right now. But yeah, he disappeared and supposedly was in a like he was actually helping them abduct other kids at some point. You know what I mean? But the mom had said she's seen him a couple times and they thought she was just absolutely crazy. And then he showed up at her house. You know, when he was an adult, though, at that point.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get some info on that one.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it. I'll have to. It's a documentary though that's out there. That's a whole document, and he's the one that started the milk cartons. I think it's like in Illinois somewhere. Yeah, he was just like a paper boy or some shit like that, and just got yanked
Where
off
was
the
that
street.
Amy from?
She was from
Bay
Bay
Village?
Village.
Yeah.
Bay Village, and they're still like don't have answers on that really. But they keep every like couple years they'll say, "Oh, we think we got this or something," or this curtain came from here or something like crazy shit, you know.
I don't know how anybody get away with anything now.
Scotty said an ex-Amherst teacher is now the prime suspect for the Amy Mahalovic murder. Really? That's gross. An ex-Amherst teacher? Was he an Amherst teacher at that time then, I wonder? That's kind of weird. Ugh.
Well, Bay Village that's the one he's talking about, right? In Bay Village.
Yeah, I think if I remember right, they said somebody called her and had her meet him at the shopping center, and they think that he got the phone number from that nature reserve place. Remember the nature reserve we used to go to when we were, like, they would take us on a field trip when we were kids?
Yeah.
You go to that nature reserve, and they had, like, we would be in the glass, and they had all this stuff out in front of it. That place, I guess that's where I think it was one of the people, they think it was one of the people in there, got the number from there. Metro Parks Nature Center. Yeah, he just said it. Yeah, the Amherst teacher. They think, I think it's right what he's saying. But yeah, they say like it was like a nature preserve, like because you have to write your name and number down or whatever. And they called there. And that was before cell phones, so you're calling the house phone. and had her meet him at the shopping center or something to like was going to get her mom a birthday present or something or something crazy like that, which I still don't understand. How do they know that part of it? Like that they called there and had her meet her. Like how do they know that part and not know who it is?
Well, maybe she told somebody before she left. She's gonna be.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to look more into it and see. I really don't know exactly what the details are on that. Maybe we'll do that this week. We'll look into that details, and then we'll look into the kid from Illinois. Right. And then what was the other thing you said last week you wanted to look into? Because I think I looked into it after we had the podcast, but I can't remember what it was right now.
I don't either.
I'm trying to remember what it was. I can't think of it.
Well, what about this kid, the baby and the thing?
What about it?
We're looking at that more too.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we can. I mean, as of right now, we've heard from everybody, I think. We've heard the whole story from both sides right now, I think. So now it's just going to come down to what are they going to do about it, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, because they've talked to, I mean, that 19 News showed the whole thing. You know what I mean? They showed everything about it. It's just, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy, though. But I want to remember, what was it that you said, let's look more into it? I can't remember.
I don't know. Watch the next video. And plus, when you watch the next video, or the last video, we'll get a view from it.
Yeah, there you go. I got to go cook. I'm cooking this morning till 4 o'clock, so I have to go get my.
So we got some content for the next episode for sure.
Yeah, we'll look into that. I'd like to get the whole story with that. That would be, you know what I mean? I'd like to know the whole thing. I mean, I watched it. I remember watching the whole thing. I mean, it was crazy. Like, it ended up being like he was in a house somewhere, disappeared. Like, they had like a crawl space underneath the house or something. And he might even help them find other kids or something. Yeah, it was wild. It was a pretty wild story. Definitely was a wild story. What's our question going to be for this week, you think? What you got? Nothing?
DJ more?
Huh?
Should I DJ more or no?
Should Gito put more effort into his DJing?
They're going to say no. He does just the perfect job.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to say that.
I think so. Ask Amanda, the number one bartender. Ask her.
The number one bartender?
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. Let's go. While we're on it, let's go ahead and get into it. Not to call Mariah out, but we got to call Mariah out.
No, don't do that.
No, we got to call her out.
Okay.
We got to call her out. Mariah, which everybody loves. Which there was this guy said something. He asked me what radio station we were on Madhouse Bar Talk. And then I said, well, I sent him the link to like watch or listen to the podcast itself. I sent it on there, and then he said, oh, okay, thank you. Tell Mariah I said hi. I'm like, what the hell? But no, she's getting a little too big for her britches, that one. Oh, my God. She in.
She's a celebrity.
I come in yesterday, everybody's pissed. No garbage taken out and
no, it was taken out of the bar. It was put in the kitchen.
Yeah. But that wasn't done. The kegs weren't stopped. So I mean, I guess we got to get into her a little bit and say something to her. She's got to do a little better job. Yeah. Not to call her out, but I got to call her out, I guess.
Yeah.
So when you do, Stephen Phillips said, when you do DJ the next one, are you going to include the Melody of Hope in your mix?
That's a definite no. Definitely no. Hell no. You go listen to it on your own time on that one.
I think we need the Melody of Hope.
No.
But we got to get it mastered, though. We got to do it like we got to do the whole thing.
You take care of that part, then I'll play it. Yeah, that ain't happening.
Oh, that's great.
I'll do it when nobody's here.
All right. So the question is, should Gito put in more effort DJing? And that's it. I think we're getting out of here.
All
right. Peace.
Who asked that question?
Stephen Phillips.
Who's that?
You ask that every time I say his name. Stephen Phillips is Amber's husband.
I don't ever see the guy. I don't know who the hell he is.
It's the one that's got that Road King or Road Glide.
Yeah.